Chain, Coffin, and Others, Right Hand of Doom, Conqueror 1, Strange Places, The Troll Witch and Others, Darkness Calls, Wild Hunt, The Crooked Man. Hey everybody, I'm ZombieJohnny, and as a lover of all things Hellboy, I thought I'd take a look at the new Crooked Man trailer, and let's talk about it. Hellboy the Crooked Man was written by Mike Mignola, illustrated by Richard Corbin, and released in 2008. To be fully honest with you, this Hellboy story is actually pretty horrific. It has just a certain mood to it that is really unsettling. The Crooked Man trailer had a very B-movie, campy horror vibe to it, like an Evil Dead kind of feeling to it. The main thing that struck me immediately is that the coloring felt a little off. Hellboy is always draped in black. It's just Mike Mignola's style. The trailer had visuals that were very washed out. They didn't feel like it was true to the comic. Though I wasn't overly impressed, it does excite me. The reason why it excites me is because it's bringing Hellboy once again into the spotlight, meaning that it will bring new fans, and I'm sure certain people will be intrigued enough to get into the comics and actually go out and buy them. So I figured in that case that I'd open up my library editions and some of the graphic novels and take a look at some of my favorite stories in the Hellboy series. First up in my favorite Hellboy stories is Iron Boots. Now this one is a tiny, short little story containing a little creature that wears iron boots, and you better beware because they will kick your butt. Next up is the Wolves of St. August. This story is the most amazing and my favorite Hellboy story. There's something about it. It's a short story. The werewolf transformation is amazing. There's a lot of weight to this story. It's emotional. It's epic. There's an awesome fight sequence. It's amazing. Wolves of St. August, top tier story. Next up is Strange Places. This whole volume is wonderful, but honorable mention to the best part is Hellboy drinking with skeletons. This is where the meme came from. I know I saw memes of it. I don't know if you did, but don't mess with me. I've been drinking with skeletons. Love it. Lastly, we have Darkness Calls. This is the first introduction of Duncan Fregretto, and he's an amazing illustrator. And for the first good while, I couldn't even tell that Duncan had taken over from Mignola. He replicates his style in a way where it almost looked like Mignola had changed up his artistic techniques a little bit. But yeah, for the first good chunk of it, I couldn't even tell that Duncan Fregretto was illustrating. Absolutely love it. He illustrates stories pretty much from Darkness Calls throughout the rest of the series. Definitely one of my favorites as well. Check out the new trailer. Hellboy. Thank you so much everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit of a different style from what my normal thing is, but I just set it up real quick and got it going because I was so excited to talk about Hellboy. Everyone should take a look at Hellboy, and I do suggest, if you can, pick up the library editions. It isn't the most inexpensive way to read Hellboy, but at the same time, you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to read. I think the first 3 or 4 volumes have the simply Mike Mignola written and illustrated Hellboy, and then after that it adds in like Duncan Fregretto, is it Craig P. Russell, either one. It adds in more artists and different things start coming into play later on in the series, about halfway through or so. But I think owning the library editions, it looks great on a shelf, you know, that's most important to me, but it's also a bigger format and they're more durable. They will definitely last you longer. I've owned volume 1 here for a very long time, and it hasn't degraded in quality whatsoever. Just a little bit of fading of the thick black colors, but other than that, like, they haven't degraded. and I feel like they probably won't degrade in value too much if you take really good care of them, like I have. Put them on a shelf. You know, you have to open them and crack the spines and make sure they look good and everything. But I don't think it's the most it's not the most inexpensive way, but I don't think it's the worst way to enjoy Hellboy, because over time the graphic novels here, like I have in the background, they start to really degrade the glue on the spines. Like my volume 1 is almost falling apart now. Like I'm afraid to open it because it just doesn't last as long as something like the library editions that are bound comics. But anyway, if you're looking into Hellboy, pick it up, watch the movies, the first 2, Ron Perlman, Guillermo del Toro, absolutely fantastic films. Check those out. They are so worth it. Hellboy, and then Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. And then the David Harbour one is okay. It's not the best representation of Hellboy. It's a little bit more of like a gore fest. But it's still worth checking out. And then I'm probably going to do a movie marathon of all 3 films leading into Hellboy, The Crooked Man. Check out the trailer if you haven't seen it yet. I'll throw clips in. You'll see some of it during the video. I'm sure you did. Check it out if you haven't. I'm excited. I'm ZombieJohnny. I hope you're staying happy, healthy, and safe. Peace.